Alrighty guys, so welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new part of The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. And so today is definitely a great day because you know why? Because it has been a month or so since the last episode of Cats and Dogs, but we are bringing it back with a bang because I have so much planned for this part, but also the next future parts of this Let's Play, because now that we have seasons, a new calendar system, and brand new mods and custom content being added to the game every single day, knowing the fact that I can finally play the game and this Let's Play the way I want it, I've always wanted. And so it just feels great that I can play with Nina and Darius all over again in a brand new house, a brand new world with their baby girl Nevaeh that's going to be aged up next week in the game. And we're going to experience it all as a whole, as a Spring Squad. But regardless, and if you guys missed the last part, I will leave the link down below to the playlist down below so you guys can check it out. But in the very last part, to give a little bit more a recap, basically, Darius proposed to Nina on their 3-year anniversary of being together since high school, and knowing the fact that, okay, you know, but you're gonna go over here, knowing the fact that Darius proposed to Nina at their favorite restaurant for the past 3 years that they've been going there for the longest time, and Nina said yes, it blows my mind that they've went from nothing to something, like with a brand new house, brand new, you know, they've made their family. And it's kind of sad that Darius kind of had to drop out of high school to basically afford the bills of the new house, taking care of Nevaeh, and also Nina, and just the whole family as a whole. I feel like, you know, he might go back in the future after, you know, Nina graduates from college, if she goes to college this year or not. She's just still deciding if she wants to go or not, but she has to think about, you know, Nevaeh and her health and her well-being, just so that, you know, she doesn't have too much pressure on herself. So her whole idea right now, or her whole her idea right now is to basically graduate high school and kind of just go from there. She's like basically taking one step at a time and just living her life to see where it goes in the near future. She might go to college, she might, you know, be a stay-at-home mom, who really knows, but her goal and her passion is to become a well-known artist, painter extraordinaire, and that's what she really wants to do for the future. But I can really see her doing that in the future because she's going to be finishes her aspiration very soon when she completes level 10 of her painting skill and actually completes 5 new master pieces to sell to the art gallery that she kind of sold, but, you know, to a well-known local person that she kind of knows and loves, which is actually Annie, which is Max's girlfriend's parents, that she can sell it to. So yeah, that's kind of what the whole spiel is as of right now. And the good part is that I gave the whole Let's Play, like the whole main Sims, all makeovers because I got rid of some custom content and they were looking kind of bald, and so I thought, you know, it's a good time to change their looks. I gave Nina a new haircut, a new shirt, some new makeup, some new pants and shoes, along with Darius and Max. Max has a man bun now, and I don't know how I feel about it, but honestly, I'm kind of glad that he has a man bun. Man buns look great on Max. I am not kidding. So I'm going to have Nina go ahead and actually, do not play in the rain, but we're going to have her jog to clear her mind because she definitely needs to do that because, you know, again, teen mom, you know, college senior, well, high school senior, trying to figure out if she's going to graduate with straight A's, which she's going to anyway, but also knowing the fact that if she's going to go to college, stay-at-home mom, she really has no clue what she's going to do with her life at this point in time. Like, she had Nevaeh at 17 years old, and who is this child? Leave me alone. I'm trying to talk to my peeps. But knowing the fact that she's like a teen mom, living by herself with Darius, it's kind of overwhelming for her, and I think that, you know, one day she will get all this wrapped around her head to knowing the fact that, you know, she can do this. She has support. She has family that loves and knows her well. And, you know, she has friends. She has adult friends that have kids. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going over to the Trevinos family, to their house today in Newcrest, because they are technically kind of like, you know, Nina and Darius is like best friends that they've known and loved for about a couple years now. And I feel like, you know, they can give some type of advice to them. They're like saying how they kind of raise their kid and their future kids in the future. So I feel like that, you know, they have some tips and tricks they can, you know, pass along but that's totally fine. So behind schedule, Darius is already running behind schedule when he arrives at a particular cluttered yard. He clears all the kids' toys, but notices there are still tons of sticks on the grass from the shades of trees above. Should he pick them up or just mow them over? Pick up the sticks. Okay, Darius should know that you should not mow over sticks. That will break the lawn mower. Lord help me, please. Okay, pick up the sticks. Anyway, so better safe than sorry. Darius collects all the sticks as fast as he can and does a thorough job mowing the lawn. The owner gives him a grateful wave, and he has still working the mower to finish his next job. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So that's kind of nice to know that he's like, getting that scale up in his business. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, it's kind of Darius's dream to become an artist in the future. Like they have the same aspiration. That's why they were kind of compatible. But I don't know. Maybe Darius might actually open up like a small little business of like mowing people's lawn and slash an art gallery that's not too big, but like just a very low, like local small. I don't know really how to say, but it's like I feel like he doesn't want to have like a big business. He wants to have like a very small, independent business with his wife or soon to be wife and his kids to pass down to generations and generations. And I really don't know. I actually don't know what they're going to do with their future. But so I also actually added a few new things to the calendar. I actually added a restaurant reservation at the SpringSims I, which is a very nice, elegant restaurant that has just popped up in Willow Creek. So we're going to be joining, Nate, Savannah, Max, and then Darius's parents, just because I kind of want to talk to them all as a whole, but also talking to Mr. Nate, who is honestly the worst person in the world I've ever met in my entire life. But I want to kind of just sit down and talk to him for a little bit, just kind of, even though that, he is technically still Nina's brother, I want him to still be in her life in some sort of way, kind of rebuild that relationship a little bit more. Even though he knows he messed up, I want him to kind of just be in her life a little bit more still. And then next what I also added is another dinner reservation, because I feel like what Nina and Darius want to do is that they want to have like weekly date nights, because they are still young. They're not married yet, and they have plans to actually get married on New Year's Day. So they'll have like a New Year's Eve party and everything like that, and the next day will be on a Sunday, which will be their wedding, and it'll be kind of cool to see how all that stuff like stirs up. And I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited. So next week they'll have a dinner reservation at the Harvest Kitchen, and the next, I haven't planned it yet, but they are going to be having a nice little dinner date and at like a little local skating rink, because I feel like, with seasons, I really want them to experience the whole aspect of seasonal activities, but also all around just funness. So that's what we're going to do. Put those two there, and then we're going to go over to right here, which is the Old Billy's Skate and Eat, which is actually in Brindleland Bay. It's a very old barn converted into a restaurant, which is so freaking cool, knowing the fact that, Billy, I think his name was Billy Anderson, who actually previously owned this barn, who kind of recently passed away. Rest in peace to Billy. And the mayor of Brindleland Bay actually, he said it's a very historical land site of Brindleland Bay. He wanted to put something in Billy's name that will kind of honor him. And so what he kind of did is that he allowed the people of Brindleland Bay to fix up the old barn that he used to live in and convert it into a local skating rink / little restaurant for the residents of Brindleland Bay, but also the travel ease of the people who come to the world. And I think that is kind of nice of the mayor to do that. So what we're going to do is that we're going to actually choose it for around 7 p.m. Actually, I'm going to do it for 6. I wish we had like, half an hour increments, like 6:30, just, do something like that. But we're going to do that like in 2 weeks time. I just want to keep things, steady and ready to go. And the fact that Nevaeh's birthday is on a Wednesday on a very hot summer day is kind of cool. And I think she might have a birthday during Winterfest. I'm not really sure just yet, but we'll have the graduation on that Thursday in the next 2 weeks. And then she'll be done with school and everything like that. And then we can kind of celebrate, living our life like it's golden in adulthood. So I'm just pretty excited to just knowing the fact that we have all this working so well for them. And I think what I will have Nina do, since like only like 9 a.m., I think what we're going to have her do is we're going to put this in our inventory real quick. And I think we're going to probably go over to the Trevinos household. Actually, no, we should go and actually visit Max today because we haven't seen them in so long that I want to go ahead and visit them and see how well they're doing, because it's been a couple of months since Nevaeh was born and they wanted to be alone in the new house and get settled and everything like that. And so I think that, you know, it's a good time to revisit the family, see what they're up to, how well they're doing. Max has changed a lot. Like, I am not kidding. He has changed a lot since we last seen him in the last episode, or the last couple of episodes, because I think 2 parts ago or 3, we moved out and we were moving to Willow Creek. So knowing the fact that it's like kind of all coming together, it's kind of weird. Like Max, like, can you see Max right now? Max has a man bun. It literally blows my mind that he looks like that. He kind of looks like Darius in a way, but a little bit older. Kind of looks like his father in a way. Like, he's mixture of Savannah and Max. Like, you know, that's technically his parents, but he's like more of Nate, not Max. Yeah, you know what I mean. But he kind of looks like his father, and so freaky that it's literally insane. But then we have the Trevinos who live over here, so we'll visit them later, probably tomorrow. But oh my goodness gracious, look at Max. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. How am I going to deal with him actually getting married in the future to Annie? Oh my gosh. It's so blind. It's mind-blowing that this stuff is happening right through, like, on a screen. Like, I'm seeing it all. It's crazy. So, Morgan, what are you wearing? Oh, Kaden, what are you wearing? What are my Sims wearing? What are you wearing? What the heck? Nick is an old person. He needs to reevaluate his life, like, today. Oh my gosh. Like, my Sims are one borderline crazy because they tend to dress up in, like, random outfits that they don't really dress them in, which is kind of hilarious, but still, it's weird that all the stuff is going on, and I really want, like, my heart and my soul is literally in this Let's Play, because even though I take breaks from this Let's Play, I don't want you guys to know that I don't want to record it anymore. It just I don't want to rush it, and I want to take my time, like, you know, processing out all, like, you know, the storyline for each episode and, like, what's really happening for the next part. And I physically love these Sims so much. Like, you have no idea. I spent months on end, like, before Cats and Dogs, on the Let's Play, their backstory, their lives, their relationships, their personalities, literally everything. I spent hours on end making one Sim for, like, their entire lives, just because I'm just that extra. But I want them to be the best they can be, and that's just it. Oh my gosh. There's an ice skating rink. There's a rink over there. Oh my gosh. There's a rink over here. That's so cool. I remember, like, you know, I was playing at EA Play, and I noticed that in Newcrest, like, in a very empty lot that they usually place over here, is like a roller rink with, like, a little nightstand, which is, well, not nightstand, like a, what do you call it? A concession stand, which is kind of cool. And it's still springtime, and I forgot to mention that as well. We are playing in spring, and it's actually it's the last day of spring, so tomorrow is technically the first day of summer. That's kind of cool. So we're gonna go and knock on the door, see what they're up to. We haven't seen Savannah in like about, I think Nevaeh is like only like 3, almost like a year old. So we haven't seen them in about like 9 months. That's so crazy. But you guys, look at Savannah and Max. It's crazy. Look at Max. He looks like a freaking grown child. And Savannah looks even older as ever. But, like, I changed her looks a little bit more, just to give her more of that mom look. And it's crazy. Has leg hair, facial hair. I'm, like, literally mind blown. Like, a man bun. It's... You guys, you have no idea on how much I love these Sims. Like, they are my pride and joy. I'm gonna take a picture of Max because I just want to document literally everything that I just want to experience a lot of things. Oh, and you guys, I bought a stream deck the other day. It arrived yesterday. By the time you're watching this video, it's like a day old. But I ordered a stream deck off of Amazon, and I kid you not, I spent literally the entire day yesterday like making like my little overlays and like all my little like nice little sunshine stuff. It's crazy on how much I freaking love my stream deck. Like, you have no idea. Like, if you don't watch my streams, you wouldn't know. But I physically love the stream deck. So it's like very small and compact. I can do so much with it. It helps so much with recording and editing and just having to open up like real like random programs that I have to open at my own whim. But oh my gosh, I freaking love it. Max, come over here. Max is still like, you know, very quirky and very weird in his own natural way, but did I just see a glitch? I don't even know. Oh wait, is her bedroom still here? Her bedroom is still down here with her little easel that she didn't even finish. Oh my gosh, her unfinished easel with the bassinet still down here, which is kind of funky and kind of weird. And I should have taken this with me, but I forgot to. Plus, I might take it later because our house is kind of small and we really can't fit anything in it at this point in time. But still, to be honest, I think that we can get things done as time goes on. But still. Anyway, so Max, how is everything going with you and Annie? You know, have you seen your father lately? And speaking of Nate, actually, with Max, he has seen, I have to say, I've heard actually from Savannah. So Savannah actually told Nia a couple months ago that Nate has been coming around the house a couple days, you know, every now and then for the past couple of months since she's been gone. And, you know, Max is, you know, really working up the fact that his father is really not a bad person. And so he's kind of bringing him back in his life. As for Savannah doesn't really like Nate as much at all at this point in time. But, you know, they have been talking for a while. They have been, you know, kind of rekindling that friendship that they kind of had when they were younger. So she's kind of forgiving, well, not really forgiving Nate for what he's done for the past couple of years, but she's kind of forgiving him. Like, she doesn't want to hold a grudge, and so it's like she doesn't want to put all that heart, like all that hate and hatred on, like, and hold that grudge on her, because like if she holds it in, it can kind of end badly. So she's gonna basically forgiving Nate for Max, just so he can be a little bit more closer to him in a way as a fatherly figure, even though he kind of isn't. It just irks me that Nate is, ever since I've met Nate, and ever since I kind of talked to him for the past couple of years, I really can't see him really being that type of fatherly figure that he really wants to be for Max. And so I can kind of, you know, feel the way Savannah feels in a way that he honestly messed up. He effed up. He just jacked the whole plan of having a relationship with, you know, Savannah and Nate and Nia. And so I really can never see him being a really good father, even to like his own child. His new child that he just had is kind of weird, mind-boggling. And I forgot to update you guys on the family tree. So basically, a couple of years ago, if you remember, so basically Nate kind of flirted with Siobhan Fry. And so Siobhan Fry kind of was having a little bit of thing with Nate, and little did we know that Nate kind of had a little bit of a thing with Siobhan, kind of woohooed, and she ended up being pregnant at the time. But what little thing that Nate didn't know is that Siobhan Fry was technically married to Don Lothario at the time, which is kind of awkward and kind of weird. And so what kind of happened is that she ended up dying from anger, which is kind of weird and kind of a little bit just extra. But yeah, she ended up being pregnant with Nate's child, and so they had a baby named Marisol Larson. And so technically Marisol is the stepsister with Max. And it's kind of weird how the whole family tree kind of intertwines together, even though that the Larsons don't really get along with the Fry family because of Nate's situation and the whole fact that it's kind of Nate's fault that Siobhan died. That I had to put that in that perspective. Like, it's Nate's fault that Siobhan died in sorts of angerness, because she kind of like hung out with the wrong crowd when marrying Don Lothario at the time, because Don wasn't in the best situation at the time when he found out that she was kind of getting with woohooing with Nate, and so that kind of like mixed, intertwined with the whole mafia with Don Lothario and the whole like drug deal with it's a lot of going on with the whole Larson / Lothario. It's mostly Nate's fault that this whole Let's Play is jacked up, snatched up crazy, but you know, we still go on with the lightheartedness of their lives and continue on with everything. So what we're gonna do is, I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually take a selfie, take a photo with Mr. Max Larson here. And actually, I do have the Explorer mod in my game, and it's made by Kawaii Stacy, and I love her so much for like making these mods. And I think what I might actually do is I might have them go to Disney World, and like we'll have like, well, I think I might have Nina, Darius, and Nevaeh all go to Disney World together and take a little nice little photos, go for Instagram, and you know, the little things. But can you guys like just take a moment and just like appreciate this whole entire thing right here? Max and Nina. It's crazy, right? Like the fact that Max looks like that with the glasses, like they have the same glasses and everything. It's amazing. Max grew in his like, I feel like, you know, Max went through an awkward phase. Like he had braces and acne. It was a crazy big ordeal. And I have to say, you know, he's been doing okay for himself. He doesn't have a job yet. He kind of dropped out of like the football situation, everything like that. Like, as you all know, I don't think I've told you enough, but as I like to say, Max was a very sporty person, so he kind of wanted to go for technically the football junior varsity or the varsity team at his local high school of Newcrest High School. But he made the team, but he decided to go ahead and actually drop out of the football era. And so what he's doing now is technically just like living his life like it's golden with Annie, and focusing on his schooling, his relationship with Annie, his life with his father, but also Savannah, because Savannah is a single mother and she's kind of basically doing all this by herself, and her business has thrived. She has a 5-star in her veterinarian like situation, which is kind of cool. And knowing that she is kind of well off in her career and also well off in her profession is nice knowing. Anyway, so what was I doing again? I really don't know anymore. I've just talked my butt off in this Let's Play. I have so much to talk about, actually. Ask for gambling money. Oh yeah, speaking of gambling, yeah, Nate has a gambling problem too. Just putting that out there. Yeah, gambling problem. And you know, Savannah may or may not know about losing the money, because technically they kind of share a bank account in a way. Like, yeah. So it's a lot of things going on that I don't know, and Savannah doesn't know at all. So it's kind of awkward knowing the fact that Nate still, again, is the worst human being I have ever met in my entire life. So speaking of that, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring Darius here, because I want to go and actually skate at the little skating rink, because I think that'd be kind of a nice little gesture. What do you mean, achieve level? Hold the phone. You have level 10, you have level 9 in the painting skill. Who do you think you are? We're going to go downstairs actually 1 second now, because I physically am a little bit upset now that it says level 0 of the painting skill, but he clearly has level 9. So Darius, come downstairs real quick. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually, oh, we cannot scrap that? That's weird. Well, we're gonna go and resume that. Apparently, I don't know how that's kind of weird. I mean, that kind of messes me up now. Like, now that it's showing 0 out of 10, but knowing he has like level 9, close to like a level 10, is a little bit weird. So, you know, maybe we'll finish that at a different time. So, Nia, let's just stop. Let's just go over here, skate while we're happy. We're gonna go ahead and actually skate. We're gonna invite to skate. We're gonna invite Darius to skate. at the little skating rink over here. Oh, and look, Olivia's over here as well. It's so cute. Oh, and you guys, I am so excited to actually to age up Nevaeh, because Nevaeh is going to be so freaking cute with Darius's looks, but also with mixing with Nia and Darius's looks is going to be so freaking cool, because I'm just proud that we have this relationship with like these Sims, and their lives are changing, and they have a kid and living by themselves. It's crazy, but I'm just excited to see how well their lives will be like in the future. Like I said, I have a lot to talk about. The whole entire part is mostly about me just talking and not really focusing on a lot on gameplay. Oh, poor Darius, he fell on his butt. Oh, so let me tell you a story. So basically, I'm a summer camp counselor, if you guys don't know that. But so we went to Fun Spot on Tuesday. By the time you're watching this, it's like Thursday. So like 2 days ago. And so what basically happened is that we were skating, and like we do like this like wipeout thing. So that he said like 1, 2 wipeout. And basically what happened is that he said 1, 2, and I kid you not, I literally fell on my butt, and it like my butt hurt. And so it's a lot going on here. Like, this is literally me. Like, literally me. Wait, is she sick? Hold up. Is Nina sick? From what? How did you get sick? Oh wait, maybe she got sick from the rain. Cause I kind of had to take a jog to clear her mind in the rain yesterday, or actually technically this morning. I forgot about that. So, you know, maybe we probably should go home and drink some oranges to make her feel better. But then again, I'm like, I don't know about that. But like I said, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Darius, stop. Please, you're going to hurt yourself. Oh, I'm taking a picture of that. I want a picture. The pictures. Oh my gosh, look at that. Isn't that so cool? Darius skating for the first time ever. But what is... Oh, you poor thing. You poor sick thing. Oh, and look at that. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at Woofers all in the background. Woofers is so freaking cute. I love Woofers. And who are you, child? Who are you? In your purple little nice little denim shorts. Who are you? Who are you? I don't know who you are. But okay, you can skate all you want. But still, I'm just so happy that we have this all around. We have a little nice little stand here. But what can we actually order? I'm really curious though. We can order a drink and some order of food. So we can order popcorn, shrimp, cupcakes, fish tacos, and pasta piviera, 25 cents. It's not that bad. And then as for the drinks, iced coffee, bean cool tea, fruit punch, and soda. Honestly, I mean, I would order something, but I really don't want to order anything because I'm just very stingy. So we might actually do that tomorrow. Like, I don't think there's any like festivals happening tomorrow on a Sunday, because we do have our dinner reservation tomorrow for like the whole family and everything. So I might wait until tomorrow until we get that stuff done. So what I think we're going to do is that we're going to head over to the Trevinos and kind of just talk to them, see what they're up to, you know, hang out with, you know, the whole, our squad, basically they call themselves the family squad, like #fam squad. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know how to explain that. I don't know how in the world, so how they came up with that actually, because a couple weeks ago, basically a couple weeks ago, Nina and Darius actually were were basically kind of babysitting their kid, and oh wait, hold up, oh that's them too. But yeah, they were kind of babysitting their kid a couple weeks ago, and basically they knew they had a kid. They knew they had a baby girl named Nevaeh, and basically what they call themselves the fam squad, because they're, you know, their family. They have a kid, so technically, you know, fam squad. It's a weird thing. Basically, the Trevinos came up with that name because they're a little bit older than, you know, Darius and Nina. It's a little bit awkward, you know, they old, they young. They're trying too hard to be young. And I'm not kidding. They literally almost bought their little kid, their little boy, a toy truck. Like an actual moving truck, like a little toy truck. It's kind of funny. But I told them not to buy it because 1, it's expensive, and 2, why would you buy that even though it's not even functional? So still, they like to splurge on their kid, their only kid. They're gonna have more kids in the future because they are the Trevinos. And Olivia honestly is the most, I would say Olivia has to be like the one mother that would literally spoil her child so much that she would literally give her child anything that they want and will give it to them no matter what. I mean, their son's a toddler, so you really can't go anywhere technically. I mean, where is their son? Okay, honestly, where is the son at? Where the heck is their son? Oh, he was right here. Axon is right there. I'm literally blind as a bat. So I'm gonna put little Mr. Axon here. I'm going to read Axon to sleep because he is technically really, really tired right now. He's a little bit angry, as you can tell. I mean, Axon, I've experienced. He's a very angry child, and he gets along well with Nina the most, just because she's over here more than Darius, just because he's working for a living. So technically, Nina is more of a familiar, friendly face to Axon more than anything. So I think that the fact that Axon can trust Nina with his life in a way, even though he's like only 5 years old, I think he can trust her well enough to know in the fact that she will never hurt him no matter what, will always protect him no matter what. Even though he has parents who will still protect him no matter what, he has that extra trust figure in his life. If that makes sense, I don't really know. I mean, I'm trying to speak, with truth and fun and facts and family. It's what I do. It's what I live and breathe for, and I just freaking love them a lot. Alrighty, guys, so I went ahead and actually traveled back home with Nina, and so she's now cuddling with her bundle of joy, Nevaeh Larson. But either way, I'm actually going to go ahead and actually wrap up this part right here. I really hope you guys much enjoyed this part as much as I did. Go ahead and comment down below what was your favorite part in this Let's Play, regardless of what part it was. But if you guys want to catch up on the recent parts, I will leave the playlist link down below in the description. But either way, as always, I hope you guys much enjoyed as much as I did, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!